Hello students, today we are going to learn Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Now Gauss-Jordan elimination method is used to find the values of unknowns x, y, z in the given equation. So for example, consider a type of equation a1x plus b1y plus c1z equals to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z equals to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z equals to d3. Now here are three equations with unknowns x, y, z and coefficients a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 and a3, b3, c3. d1, d2, d3 are the constants. Now before proceeding for Gauss-Jordan elimination method, first we have to write coefficient matrix for these three equations, which can be represented as like this. Now the matrix will contain three columns will contain unknowns value coefficient of unknowns x, y and z, and these are situated in three rows a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. All these are the coefficients of respective unknown variables. Now this is our coefficient matrix. Now we have to convert this coefficient matrix into augmented matrix. Now how augmented matrix will be produced? We just add the constant values d1, d2, d3 on the right hand side column with the coefficient matrix. That's why our coefficient matrix is converted into augmented matrix like this. Now we have written over here a1, b1, c1, that is coefficients of unknowns of first equation in first row, coefficient of unknowns, that is x, y, z in second row, coefficients of unknown of equation 3 in row 3. Now we have to convert this augmented matrix into row echelon matrix. Row echelon matrix is a matrix in which there is one present at a leading point, and in next row there will be one on the right hand side of the previous row. Here in each position, this is our first column, first row position. At this position there will be one, and remaining uh, values below that one and at the right hand side of that one will remain 0. In the next row the value will be 1, and above this one and below this one will be 0. Here again in third row, third column position, the value will be 1 and the zeros above this one will be 0. This is our row echelon matrix. Now with the help of, when we convert this augmented matrix with the help of a row transformation to row echelon matrix, we get the values of these unknowns x, y and z. So let us move further for example. So students, here is our example. Let three equations twice x plus 4y plus 6z equals to 18, 4x plus 5y plus 6z equals to 24, 3x plus y minus 2z equals to 4. These are our three equations. Now first we convert these three equations into augmented matrix like this. These are three columns x, y, z, and these are three rows r1, r2 and r3. Now the values are 2, 4, 6, 18. First row values in the first row are 2, 4, 6, 18. These are the coefficients of the x, y, z in first equation. Second row represents the coefficient of the second equation 4, 5, 6 and 24. 24 is constant. And third row contains the coefficients of the third equation 3, 2, 3, 1, minus 2 and 4. Now this is our augmented matrix. Now we will perform a row transformations on this matrix and get or convert this augmented matrix into a row echelon form. So let us proceed. Here matrix is 2, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 3, 1, minus 2, 18, 24 and 4. Now we convert. First we need 1 at first position in the first row at first column. That's why we multiply this first row by 1 by 2, so that we convert these two into 1. So that's why the row transformation is row 1 changes 1 by 2 into row 1. When we multiply by row 1's element by 1 by 2, we get 1, 2, 3 and 9. That is R1 changes. Value of R1 is 2 multiplied by 1 by 2, we get 2. Second value is 4. So 4 multiplied by 1 by 2, we get 2. That's why value is 2. Next, 6 multiplied by 1 by 2, we get 3. And 18 multiplied by 1 by 2, we get 9. That's why the values in the matrix will be 1, 2, 3 and 9. Now we get 1 in the first position. Now below that 1 we need zeros over here. That's why we perform second row transformation as follows. Here is our matrix 1, 2, 3, 9, 4, 5, 6, 24, 3, 1, minus 2, 4. Now we need 0 here and 0 here. So that's why we convert this matrix with the help of row transformation. R2, row 2 changes row 2 minus 4 into row 1. 4 into row 1, first element of this row 1 is 1. So 4 into 1 is 4. The 4 minus 4 will be 0. And same for row 3. R3 changes R3 minus 3 into row 1. First element is 1. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 minus 3 will be 0. That's why here we get result. We are going to change in row 2 and row 3. That's why row 1 will remain as it is. 1, 2, 3, 9. Now row 2. Row 2 changes row 2 4 minus 4 into row 1, that is 1, equals to 4. Second, row 2 minus 4 into row 1, that is 2. So 5 minus 8, result will be minus 3. Next, row 2 6 minus 2 into 4 into row 1, that is 12, result will be minus 6. And lastly, 24, that is row 2 minus 4 into row 1, 36, result will be minus 12. That's why we get values 0, 0, minus 3, minus 6, minus 12. Now row 3 changes. Row 3, 3 minus 3 into row 1, that is 1, equals to 0. Again 1 minus 3 into 2, 6, that is 1 minus 6 equals to minus 5. Now row 3, that is minus 2 minus 3 into 3 equals to minus 11. Now row 3, 4 minus 3 into 9 equals to minus 23. That's why the elements of the third row will be 0, minus 11, 0, minus 5, minus 11 and minus 23. Now we get new matrix as 1, 2, 3, 9, 0, minus 3, minus 6, minus 12, 0, minus 5, minus 11, minus 23. Now again we will perform a row transformations so that at this position we need 1. So the row transformation will be like this. 1, our matrix is 1, 2, 3, 9, 0, minus 3, minus 6, minus 12, 0, minus 5, minus 11, minus 23. Now on this matrix we are going to perform row transformation. On second row we need 1 at this position. That's why we are going to multiply this number by minus 1 by 3. If we multiply by minus 1 by 3, we get 1 over here. There will be no any reaction on this number because 0 into minus 1 by 3 will be 0. That's why now we get a new matrix. As like we are going to make operations only on row 2. That's why row 1 and row 3 will remain as it is. That's why 1, 2, 3, 9, 0, minus 5, minus 11, minus 23. Now we are going to multiply row 2 by minus 1 by 3. That's why 0 into minus 1 by 3, 0. Minus 3 into minus 1 by 3, 1. Minus 6 into minus 1 by 3, value will be 2. Minus 12 into minus 1 by 3, value will be 4. So the new matrix is 1, 2, 3, 9, 0, 1, 2, 4, 0, minus 5, minus 11 and minus 23. Now we get 1 at this position. So by row echelon form we need 0 above this one and below this one. So we are going to perform row transformation as follows. The last octant matrix is 1, 2, 3, 9, 0, 1, 2, 4, 0, minus 5, minus 11, minus 23. Now we need 0. We have to produce 0 at this position and at this position. That's why we are going to make changes in row 1 and row 3. So row 1 will change as like row 1 minus 2 into row 2, because the number at this position is 2 and 2 minus 2 into 1 will be 0. That's why row 1 changes row 1 minus 2 into row 2, and for row 3 the operation will be row 3 plus 5 into row 2. We are adding here just because the value of this value at this position is minus 5. So 5 into 1 plus minus 5 will be 0. That's fine. Now row 1 will change like this. Row 1 minus 2 into row 2. So row 1 1 minus 2 into 0 0. That's why 1. Now row 1, that is 2, minus 2 into row 2, that is 2 into 1 1, sorry 2, 2 minus 2 0. Now 3 minus 2 into 2 4. That's why 3 minus 4 will be minus 1, and 9 minus 8 will be 1. Now row 2 will remain as it is 0 1 2 4, because we are not going to perform any operations over here. That's fine. Now row 3 will change like this. Row 3 plus 5 into row 2. So 0 into 5 into 0, sorry 0 plus 5 into 0 0, minus 5 plus 5 into 1 0, minus 11 plus 5 into 2, that is 10, minus 11 plus 10 minus 1, and next minus 23 plus 5 into row 2, that is 20, that's why minus 3. Now at this position we need 1. Here we have minus 1, so we will multiply this row by minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 1 will become 1. That's fine. The row transformation on 3 row 3 will become row 3 changes minus 1 into row 3. That's why we get 0 0 1 3. After multiplying by minus 1 we change these values. Minus 1 into minus 1 1, minus 3 into minus 1 3. That's fine. Row 1 and row 2 will remain as it is, because we are not going to perform any operations on these rows. Now by echelon form we need to produce 0 at this position, that is above this one, so we first convert these values into 0. So the row transformation will be like this. Row 1 changes row 1 plus row 3, because in row 1 value is minus 1 and row 3 value is 1. If we add these two numbers, the value will become 0. That's why row 1 changes row 1 plus row 3. And for row 2 we are going to perform operation like this. R2 changes R2 minus 2 into R3, 2 into R3. So the value will become 0. 2 minus 2 0. That's why we get the matrix as like this: 1 0 0 4, 0 1 0 minus 2, 0 0 1. This is your row echelon matrix. With the help of this matrix we get the values of the variable which represents the column. So x equals to 4, y equals to -2, and z equals to. So this is our solution with the help of Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Thank you.